and welcome to this episode of No More Misery Muss. This is a 24-part advent calendar video series where I try and cheer you up this lovely Christmas season. Now today we're going to be adding to one of my favourite series on the channel, my 20s toolkit, where I talk about things I've been learning in my 20s, and something that I'm very passionate about isn't cooking. But it's the lies we're told about cooking, the way we're meant to feel as we become adults, that cooking is in some way hard, or there are hard ways to do things. So today I'm going to be showing a plethora of different hacks that I've learned from the internet, from friends, from living with people at uni, of things that I use in my cooking every single time I cook, that really save me some time and debunk all of the things I felt about cooking. Now, I'm not an amazing cook. This is probably going to be obvious for some of you who are amazing cooks. Well done to you. Have a cigar. But for the rest of us mere humans, here are some of the lies that I felt that I was told about cooking that were incorrect. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is pancakes are hard. Pancakes are really bloody easy to make, and also an incredible hangover cure. So here is the recipe from Mrs. Norms herself, my mother. 1 egg, that's it. 1 cup of milk. This is oat milk. You don't need actual milk. It works with any kind of milk. Another lie. And 1 cup of flour. That's literally it. Equal measurements. That's it. That's the ratio. You just whisk it up like so. Okay, so once that is whisked up, which literally takes like 3 seconds, you just heat up a saucepan, and then you do this. And then you swill it around a bit. Ba-da-da-da. Have a little sing-song while you're doing it. Sing through the pain of the hangover. Incredible work. Doesn't even need to be a circle. It all tastes the same as well. Good to note. Okay, second lie. This is how you flip a pancake. I can do it, but no, that's not how you flip a pancake. Watch, this is how you flip a pancake. You don't. That's the catch. You don't flip the pancake. You flip the saucepan. Did you get that? Oh, shit. Do you see? Do you see what I mean? You keep the pancake still, you flip the saucepan. Mind blown. Mind blown. Yeah, dropping a pancake makes a really great TikTok, but will it make it tasty? No.
You just got pancake on the grill, the smoke alarm's going to go off.
Oh, shit. Also, I'd like to state for the record that I can make a circular pancake. I just didn't feel like it in this video. I didn't want to intimidate you. Okay, next. The next lie is that you have to chop all your vegetables up on a bloody chopping board before you put them in your food. Yeah, you can do that, but you can also get some scissors and just cut them straight into the pan. Like, what's the actual point apart from feeling more accomplished? You can just do it with scissors straight in. Next lie, you need somebody with massive man hands to help you open jars. It's a no. Actually, all you need is an old hot water bottle. Observe. It's not gonna go, is it?
Do you need someone with massive man hands to cut that water?
No! Okay, got the little plastic ridges on it. Turn it over. You can open any jar with this. What the hell? Also, as you may know from my other videos, hot water bottles expire. They're quite dangerous to use after 1 to 2 years. So instead of putting it into landfill, put it to use. Put it to work. End the patriarchy. Okay, the next lie is when you empty your sauce jars like this, then you just leave them on the side and they're quite hard to clean, to recycle. Like, are you really going to clean it? What's going on? No. That's not what you're supposed to do. What you do is, as soon as you put the sauce in your cooking, you do this. Fill it with water about halfway. Screw the lid back on and then shake it. Okay? Just keep shaking it for a little bit. Empty it out. That jar is clean. Give it a little rinse. You're sorted. You don't need to scrub it. You can recycle it. Incredible. Next, 2 lies about chopping that I didn't realise. 1, when you're supposed to like chop fresh herbs. 1, I don't really taste the difference that much. Controversial opinion. But if I was going to get fresh herbs, which I do sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, chopping them is like a massive pain in the arse, and sometimes I'd always cut my fingers off, until I realised that you can use a pizza cutter And you don't need to worry about chopping your fingers. It's like 10 times as easy, 10 times as fast. Incredible hack. The other one is that you have to cry when chopping an onion. And while I do sometimes cry, I did learn this from someone that's been really useful. So you cut off the end. Basically, this is the part that's going to make you cry. This is the bit that is exposed. So you just make sure that that part isn't exposed to the room at all, as much as possible. So turn it on its side like that. Then you cut it in half. One bit there. Let's use this bit. Point this fleshy bit away from you. Just want it away from your eyes. Pretend it's naked, like try not to look at it. And then you hold the whole onion together and cut while keeping it together. So you're not exposing any of those sides. Probably should have peeled this a bit. You can also leave the skin on, that does protect it from hurting your eyes. And then you can just take the skin off later, because people take the skin off before. But I'm like, why? It's so much easier once you've already cut it up. Anyway, so you can do it like that, and then you can also chop into cubes once you've taken the skin off. And that is not going to make you cry, because you're not being exposed to the juices until right at the end. Does that make any sense? Do you see me crying? I think not. Okay, next hack. I always cook either too little or too much pasta, and it was really pissing me off. And I saw this hack on the internet where a lot of people in these, whatever this is called, cooking claw, have like a circle in the middle that is actually meant, like intended for you to be able to measure your pasta through, like it's supposed to be one portion for one person. You'll see if you have them. Go and check your kitchen, you'll see. But because I don't have one like that, I also realised that this is the perfect, just a pop bottle, is the perfect size to be able to measure a portion. So that is usually like one portion, one person's worth of pasta, and that is how you work out if you've got enough pasta or too much or too little. The next one, penultimate, I learnt this off a girl from Yorkshire at uni. So shout out to Yorkshire for your eternal wisdom. I just wanted to give credit where credit was due. Now, you know when you make cereal and you kind of fill it halfway up like this, and then you have to leave room for the milk because it rises, right? Especially with this kind of cereal, it like floats to the top. So you don't actually get that much cereal, and then you're left with loads of milk at the end, and it's very sad. If you fill up the cereal the whole way, right to the top, one, you get more cereal, and then two, get some milk, would recommend oat milk, okay? And then you put your hand over the cereal, and then you pour the milk through your fingers, like this. Try not to get it on your hands, but hold the cereal down, okay? Now, your cereal hasn't floated to the top, you've got twice as much cereal to eat, and you've got the perfect ratio of milk to cereal. Particularly if you're like still living at home and cereal is rationed and it's like, oh, only one bowl of cereal. This is how you get more cereal out of your bowl. Life-changing. And then lastly, genuinely, if you occasionally despair and don't want to cook but don't have the money to eat out, I always had these sachets of couscous about. You can get them in different flavours. You can also just get plain couscous, but these sachets are really nice. And whenever I'm despairing and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to eat vaguely healthily, but I actually cannot be asked like spiritually to cook. Cooking would spiritually break me. You literally just get one of these sachets, no saucepans or other implements needed. Tip it in there, boil some water, pour some hot water on it, wait 5 minutes, and then you've got a tasty full treat that will at least get you full enough to have the spiritual energy to cook again. And you can also just like whack some sausages in with this or something, but it's just like it's the shortcut when you can't even be bothered to cook pasta. This is fab. And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can watch any of the other Vlogmas videos right here. If you want to watch other things about being in your 20s, I've got the 20s toolkit sitting here waiting for you to watch. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Cook what's edible, eat what makes you happy. Frog slog out.